What is this? What is this happening? What is happening?
Whoa.
Oh, shoot, we lost them that quick.
Guys,
Well, Colin, I guess we'll see you guys next week.
welcome back, guys, to another episode of Gaming in the Multiverse.
Boom.
We are joined here tonight with a very special guest, the Midnight Cinema himself, the Black Rabbit of Enil.
The Black Rabbit of Inlay.
Inlay.
Inlay. Watership down, good sir.
So sorry. And as always, my faithful Jedi Master Tuck himself.
This ugly
How
guy.
are you doing?
I am doing amazing, sir. I am doing amazing.
How about you yourself, Josh? How are we doing tonight?
I'm feeling great, man. These fruit bars are fantastic, and I cannot stop. Get the Outshine fruit bars made with real fruit. Absolutely amazing. Just had a great flavor, and I'm going to snag me a strawberry. Yes, sponsor us, Outshine, because we outshine all the rest.
We are also sponsored by
You know what? I don't think we could have said it better than myself.
Clean windows and clean screens. Windex. Brought to you by Windex. Also depends
on your decks.
Oh my God, guys. Okay. Now, the real reason we have brought you all here tonight is not to talk about, Don's adult diaper asphyxiation.
Leave me out.
It is to talk about Don's first DnD session.
Yes, I had a D&D session.
Now,
before
we get into it, I just want to say our DM, my DM, I've known this man for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
The world he has absolutely created is without a doubt amazing. And when I say created, the Minecraft world is thoroughly built up.
Yeah.
Cities beyond all belief. In depth with their own marketplace, cities, and culture within each one.
Yeah.
And then the stories he
they are all united by their hatred for Ryan Reynolds. So that is one thing that has happened.
He has gone around. No, this is not real.
No.
There is a wanted poster that is put up that he has saw that he says it looks like Ryan Reynolds. That's the first thing he saw when he was looking.
I've seen it in three times. I've seen it in three times.
Why are you guys all after Ryan Reynolds? What did you do?
They all hate Ryan Reynolds in this world. I'm just letting you know. They all hate Ryan Reynolds.
I mean, honestly,
no. The detail and stuff that is in this world, though, seriously, this Minecraft world that he built it's insane. It really is insane how detailed it is.
Yeah, it's been built over. Him and other people have built it up over shit. I want to say a good 8 years now, almost 9.
Wow.
And they've transferred it over from the original Xbox version and then into now the PC and Java and Bedrock instead of Bedrock.
Yeah.
It allows us to do so much more with the world, and it's so amazing. But
a lot of fun.
Don.
Yeah.
First thoughts, just in general, first opinions of D&D. How do you feel?
Yeah, don't go to a tournament and get attacked by a whole bunch of orcs because you might not make it. It's crazy. It's insane and it's intense. And I loved every second of it. But yeah, first impressions overall, I would say this is one of the funnest things I've ever done. It's really one of the funnest things I've ever done. What are you doing over there?
I knew something was coming. I didn't know
what. I didn't know what it was, but I knew something was happening.
So Josh has shown interest over here, and we're trying to persuade him into
absolutely
joining us on these adventures soon enough once his schedule frees up.
Absolutely.
And now I'm trying the reason why you're here is to try and give you a little insight on someone's first D&D experience, because you as well have never had any experience in D&D, and this is not a normal rules as written, as they would call it, D&D sessions, homebrew rules, homebrew world. So it's all basically, not all, but it's all just made up and at the DM's discretion.
So like D&D already has a set of rules.
Mm-hmm. So
Interesting.
there's generations or versions, and right now there's 5th edition. There was not 4, there was more than 4 before, because there was different variations, but there is rules as written 5th edition, rules of written 4th edition, 3rd, and so on and so forth. But he has taken aspects from, I believe, 5, but I'm sure I'm wrong, and just adjusted them to the way, because it's meant to be played tabletop. So he's adjusted it to play in a D&D world and with virtual dice, and making it a bit smoother to do, while also, having the story keep going. So we kind of started this off, like I said, we were at a tournament, and my character, Vamak, Steady Hand of Galanku,
VMAC is his name,
is a Goliath mage who is also kind of like a barbarian as well. He goes to this tournament and is trying to seek glory in the fighting arena. And his very first opponent absolutely wipes the floor with him. I actually rolled a natural 20 and absolutely decimated this person.
Destroy.
And so that happens with my character. And then it pans over to Don.
Shut
Don,
up.
would you like to explain what happened?
No, I would not. No, I would not like to explain what happened at all. Because what happened is my character got screwed over by dice and I lost. All right, so backstory of my character is he is from Messendil, right? Messendil? And Messendil, okay, yeah. And he is born to noble parents, but his brother is like the prodigy son. So he's like always in his shadow. He grows up in his shadow. And there's this tournament with an archery contest that he's there to beat his brother in so he can prove himself as equal or better. And Jesus Christ. So he loses. Let's get it out in the open. He loses because rolls suck. The dice hated me.
No. So, but what really ends up happening?
Yeah.
So instead of actually joining the competition, Don just calls out his brother from the stands.
Is that what I actually did?
Yes.
Shit. See, then I messed up then. See, then that's where I messed up. And nobody was talking to me, so I was just like, all right, I guess I'm doing the right. I guess this is the match. I didn't know there was more.
He tried to ask you.
Oh, see, I didn't catch it. But that's on me. That's my fault.
So Don tries, and again, my DM, I clearly remember this. He asked you, so you want to do this from behind the podium in the stands? And he said, yeah, I'm going to fire the arrow from right behind him in the stand.
Is that what? Shit.
Did it land?
No.
He proceeded to... No, I'm sorry. Actually, the very first one, they both... That one...
yeah, we both got a 9. Yeah, that's right.
That one, they both tied, and they both made it.
Yeah.
Everything else, his brother completely wiped the floor with him.
Wiped it. Yeah, it was over with.
Jeez.
But I thought... So in my mind, what was happening was somehow I made it to the finals with my brother. And we were battling it out for the finals. That's how I took that whole scenario, just so you know.
So what is your brother's name, Mr. Voltorian Windwalker?
Hasarian
Windwalker.
Yes.
I'm glad you knew, because I completely forgot his name.
Oh, I know my story.
That's fire.
Stay out of my story.
That's a new.
So
it's a new T-shirt.
Yeah. So So because I lost, I decided to shoot my ultimate off, which was the 3x3 arrow, fire arrow,
And then
that
we had
didn't
to
go
tell
so
him
well
that
either. That didn't go so well either.
he failed that roll.
Yeah,
So what? What'd you roll, a 1?
No, he rolled. So
I was like a
in
3
order
or
for
4. It
something
was
to
low.
hit in this, you have to roll over a 10,
Yeah,
depending on armor rating. So the more armor you have, the higher that number is.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
normally it's like 10, and so he rolled. I think it was a 5. I'm pretty sure is what it was. And so even with his plus, he didn't earn 3, and even with his plus, it did not make it.
yeah.
So what kind of armor do you guys have?
Right now, we have none.
You have no armor.
Yes,
When do you achieve armor?
we have to buy it and
Buy
purchase it.
How much is armor?
A lot more than we have.
Expensive.
So
Yeah,
you guys just walk around
and
with
the DM got like 3 lucky rolls on money and got like the max amount of money almost on all 3 rolls. It was crazy.
So you guys are fighting these orcs in regular clothes while they're armored up.
Yes,
That's insane.
We're gonna take
I
some
had
loans
robes
out.
on.
I'm taking some loans out through
The Blue Knights.
No, him. What's his name? Volton, something with a V, right?
Yes. Oh my God.
Voldo or Volda. It's something like that. It's something like kind of like that. I like it. I like that I keep calling him fish guy. He catches me calling him fish guy every time. Every time I try to call him fish guy behind his back.
God damn.
Zando, that's what. Yeah, I kept trying to call him fish guy behind his back. He was there every time I said it.
Does he ride upon the backs of koi fish?
It was hilarious. Huh?
No, his character is badass.
He actually is.
Sea creature. From under the sea. Goddamn, under the sea.
Under the sea.
But his whole purpose to coming to the tournament was trying to find the most powerful warriors of this outer world, is what they called it. And I mean, it was just absolutely, his character is really well done. I loved it. But
yeah, that's really cool.
So that all happens with his brother, and then
I lose.
He comes over to the fighting pit, which then I come in, and now the other character, Xandos, comes into play, and him and I are in this fighting pit. And now I proceed to get my ass absolutely obliterated.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I got absolutely messed up.
Xandor whipped his ass.
Xandos kicked my ass.
Yeah.
And so the tournament goes on. He wins the prize money. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Voltarian actually says...
Oh, yeah, I challenge him.
He's going to challenge Xandos as well.
Got my ass whooped.
Gets his ass kicked. So it was just not his day.
It was not my day at all. It was not my day at all.
You got to do better, Voltarian.
I set the entire place on fire, dude. Just put it that way, okay?
But then...
He's a pyromaniac, too.
No, not on purpose.
So at this point,
what's going on?
Just wait, Joe. You will get to it. Just wait. Go ahead.
At this point, we're all just hanging out, kind of, and the tournament, not the tournament's over, but the fighting arena is done. And Xandos is over there with people, and I start talking to him about, I basically challenge him again and again, get my ass kicked.
Yes.
And so then finally it reveals my true purpose of what I'm doing.
Would I have been out of bounds stepping in at that point? That's what I need to know from you. That is a question I have for you.
What?
So you guys are having that conversation, right? And I'm still standing up in the fighting arena. And can I hear you guys talking from where I'm at?
I mean, if you rolled for it, possibly, but also you could have moved closer.
See, I didn't know that, because what I was thinking when you said, will you join me on this quest? I was going to come down and be like, how dare you not invite me first? Or like something like that. Like I was going to come down and say something to be involved in it. but I didn't
You
know if I could
definitely
or
could
not.
have, and like that would have definitely been your interaction to the character, but you also had no idea
Yeah, I didn't
what
know.
was going on
Right.
and like, whether it was a wait to be asked what do you do. But in situations like that, it's just kind of a step in.
Just kind of
And
say it and just see what happens.
yeah, exactly. If you
Okay.
want to interact, because at that point we're out of combat. There's not like wait for your turn. It's kind of how is this conversation going? In a conversation, sometimes you wouldn't just wait for your turn to talk. You would.
Oh no, actually no. When I was gonna step in was when you guys were
Example A.
fighting, and I was gonna step in and break you guys up and be like, what is the meaning of this? You already lost here. Pay the man his money, or something like that. Like I was gonna step in then. That's what it was. I was gonna step in.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Josh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, as soon as Dawn had interjected, I had said example A. We were talking about how a conversation usually goes. It's not always a start and stop. Some people just kind of interject. So as soon as Dawn said it, I was like, "Ha! Exhibit A."
I just, like I said, I wasn't sure if I could or not because I didn't know if it was like if that was out of turn.
Exhibit B.
Hey,
But I mean,
listen.
all in all, he did great. What is going
I had a great time. I really had a great
Why
time.
are you?
Jeez, what are you doing
Why are
over
you
there?
laughing?
He changed
It's all his
something
fault.
somewhere.
It's Dawn's fault.
What did I do?
He did it. He's making me laugh for no reason right now, and I'm trying to not laugh.
I feel like that's a lie.
It might be. Voltarian Windwalker is an innocent man. Free him. Free him.
He was never imprisoned.
Oh, I thought the orcs probably might have captured him.
No, we fought our asses off. So
We did fight.
we end up going to watch the three of us after I get my ass kicked. I reveal my true purpose and what I'm doing and how I want to free the Goliaths from the vampiric filth that rolls over the Dark Citadel.
I want to fucking destroy
That's a
vampires
great sentence.
so bad.
Please repeat that.
I want to destroy vampires.
I would
so
like
bad.
to free the Goliaths from the vampiric filth that rule the Dark Citadel.
Both are great sentences. With a follow-up by Don. Say that again, sir.
I want to destroy vampires.
Ladies and gentlemen, he wants to destroy vampires.
I want to destroy them all.
All of them. Let's go to the Dark Citadel. How long will it take you guys to get there on your journey?
Oh, who knows?
I don't know, but once once my
fingers.
character realizes we're going to fight vampires, I'm turning my daggers into wooden stakes.
Well, I'm pretty sure these are stronger vampires. I'm thinking they're
Yeah, I don't
above
care.
the
I'm
wooden
not scared of them. My character's not scared of anybody.
Man,
Just
shows
letting you
no
know,
fear.
my character has no fear.
He is Nicolas Cage.
To a fault, he has no fear.
So we go over to the jousting arenas after I get my ass kicked and reveal my true purpose. We're all talking. We start going over to the jousting arenas.
Yeah.
And in walks in the Blue Knights, the reigning Blue Knights of this fine land. And
I do have one more thing to add to the other thing. When we were fighting when you were fighting him in the battle thing, you let me get away with a storyline point. Because I was saying how something about how this puny man winning or something like that, and you rolled to hear me say it, and you heard me say it. Remember that?
mm-hmm.
Whatever, I don't remember exactly what I said, but whatever I said, you were like, "No, I want to roll to if I can hear that or not." I was like, "Son of a bitch," and you got it, and I was like, "Son of a bitch," and I thought you were gonna like hold that over me the rest of the fucking time, and I was like, "Shit," I was like,
No.
son of a bitch.
So that was a perfect moment where it was just like Josh, like he was sitting in the stands, and I had just won something in the fighting pit or lost something in the fighting.
I don't remember what it was, but I was talking shit basically.
He was just talking shit, and like he was like three rows up, and I was just like, I literally was like, I asked my DM, I was like, "Can I roll to see if I heard that?" And he was like, "Yeah, you know what? I'll allow it." And I rolled and I passed, and I literally was just like, my character just shoots you a look and just like gives you the meanest mug ever.
Yeah.
It
was funny. It was really funny.
Jeez, man.
So after the introduction of the Blue Knights,
yes. Oh wow, yeah.
all of a sudden, a swarm of 200 orcs
200.
rush the tournament.
Oh, jeez.
And we end up having to fight for our fucking lives.
We're getting, yeah.
I mean, okay, listen. I've never been closer to a total party kill in my life. My
Dude, I thought we were all dead. I thought we
my
were all
DM's
dead.
character, he had at one point 1 health. I had 4, and Don had 7.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And there were still orcs coming.
Yeah. There's a lot more coming still at that point.
And it's only the 3 of you.
There was still there were other people. It was like a full on, because it was like the knights that were there, the blue knights that were there, the regular towns knights that were there.
Yeah. At one point, my brother was helping us. I mean, we were moving
like,
around.
and it was an all out like kind of mini war.
Yeah.
So like there were roles to decide how well the fight was going, and we looked back. Out of every single roll to decide how well the fight was going, whether it was going in our favor or against our favor, it was only in our favor twice.
Yeah, like it's like almost never. It was ridiculous.
And we rolled that dice probably at least 15 times.
I was gonna say a bunch. Yeah,
Damn.
it was a bunch, dude. It was a bunch.
What's the highest number? So you rolled a 20 earlier, though, right?
No, it was a D100 we roll.
Oh, for the battle, yeah, you rolled D100. Yeah. Oh, you're right.
So what? Explain to me the rules of the dice thing, because since they seem to be for different categories.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, but once you get into it, it makes sense.
So depending on the situation, like normally it's always a D20.
Right.
But when it comes to an overall battle, he'll roll a D100, and depending on if it's greater or less than, closer to 1 or closer to 100, will depend on how the fight's going.
Okay. Is he okay down there? Jason, what is happening to him?
I am reading the bottom of the screen right now. Just shaking my head. This is the most insane thing I've ever read.
It's a great cast. I mean,
it's a great cast. No, it's a great cast.
That's a great story right there. Jason, when are you going to start directing?
It's a great cast, but
I'm directing.
Apparently, I mean, you're
Jesus.
starring Denzel Washington, Steve Buscemi. Don the Demon is making an appearance. Okay.
I'm coming in.
Padawan Frito, the Midnight Asgardian. All right. Sean Bean, Sean Penn, and Samuel L. Jackson.
You got both Sean's.
That's an
I didn't know I was doing this.
Shoot. The sequel to Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. The Blue Knights.
All right. So we're battling. So here's what happens. We're battling these damn orcs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're at first we're in the jousting area, and we're battling them in this like kind of open field area next to the jousting area. Then we get pushed into the middle of the jousting area. And my thought was, because they were coming at us from that area, and I could block it off with this attack, was to do my ultimate, which was the fire arrows. Ooh. And light that whole area on fire in between the jousting stands. Instead, I lit the jousting thing on fire on accident.
No, he said it. The orcs were doing it.
Oh, okay. I thought I burnt the whole village down with my
fire
arrows in the jousting area.
This whole time we thought you did that?
Yes, I thought that I burned the entire village down.
That's terrible. They would hate you if you did.
He literally said at this time, when you said that, he's like, okay, and at this time the orcs are starting to light the arena on fire.
Oh, okay. See, I miss things like that. Then I guess I got to pay attention more.
Is there a note taker that's there the entire time?
No, I mean you have to keep up with what's going on. I mean, it was just so much going on. I was just trying to dude, you have no idea. Like there's a lot going on, like a lot, all the time.
Jeez.
And when you're not used to it, like I'm sure for them it was nothing, but I was just like, all right, wait a minute, what am I going to do next? Is it my turn yet?
Ask questions, like we encourage it.
Oh yeah.
Do you have to roll for conversations?
Huh?
You have to roll for dialogue?
Depending on... So you don't have to roll for dialogue. You normally have to roll depending on, if you're trying to be deceptive, you're trying to lie.
Right.
You got to roll for that. If you're trying to be stealthy, you got to roll for that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I thought I lit the entire place on fire. And
No.
then we get moved back into the middle of the tournament or the games area.
And we finally win. We
Well, yeah,
finally
we finally
fucking
win.
win.
Finally.
Oh, by the grace of God, we fucking won. So at the end of it,
Uh-huh.
Vermont realizes that if he
Rematch.
wants to, you know, potentially free his people, he must become a better warrior and he needs to seek out better training and things. So why not go join the Blue Knights and get some better training and stuff like that? And Vamok drags Voltarian Windwalker and Xandos in with him.
Because Xandos lost all his people. Or the people that were with him, at
Xandos
least.
lost all his people that he had came there with. They all died.
They all died. So it was just us three. After we had a pretty crazy battle. And then we went and joined the Blue Knights. And I didn't want to join the Blue Knights because I don't follow orders.
And I also, it was a contemplation because of the way he said it. And he said that I had to serve the Blue Knights. And I literally was in character having this whole big debate because Vamok's whole thing is he wants to make sure that his people aren't ruled and they're not serving the vampiric filth.
Yeah.
He is not trying to serve anyone.
Exactly.
He will, serve alongside you and do all that, but he's not in the business of servitude. So he had a big dilemma and a contemplation of that within himself.
Yeah. And I come
But
from
eventually,
I come from nobility. I'm not serving anybody.
But eventually, I realized the greater purpose of it, and I came around to it. Which then, I made Voltarian Windwalker seem like he would be a bitch if he didn't do it.
No, he didn't. No, he did not. That is not what happened. He had to talk me into it because I stood my ground longer than he did. He just bitched out. He was just like, all right, I'll join you.
Wow. Haymakers left and right.
He was like, all right. Guess I'm your servant now. Yeah, he was ready to give in. I was like, nah, man, you got to explain to me why we're doing this.
How dare you do that to me?
Oh, you did it. You definitely did that.
Wow.
How
That
dare
happened.
It sounds like the mock opened a can of worms. And
No, so it's interesting, though, because that's where we left off is now we're a part of this Blue Knights thing, and we have rooms. We have our own room where we're going to throw ragers.
why? They know nothing of it.
No, dude, seriously, though, it was seriously some of the most fun I've ever had. It was so much fun. It was literally so much fun. It was
And that was the
intense.
first session.
Yeah.
I gotta get in on this. I can't wait.
Yeah, you do.
would have so much fun, man. I'm telling you, you would have so much fun. It's crazy.
I mean, it was absolutely wild. And to be honest, because I think it's been like now I've been playing 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To see Don and his first experience, it's honestly great. To see someone go through it and experience it for the first time and get that joy and love for this game that I have is absolutely amazing. Because he's just all in it now, and it's great to see.
Oh, like I said, I had so much fun, man. So much fun just playing around. I want to know what questions you have for me about my character. I want to get into this.
Where'd the name come from?
I don't know. I just made it up.
It's an amazing name.
Actually, you know where I think it came from? I think it came from the Windwalker I kind of came up with because I mashed like Skywalker and Wind playing with. I was thinking about having my character play with like Wind and be a Wind mage, but I decided not to. But it also came from Voltarian came from ChatGPT. Honestly, I put in like Elvish names and stuff like that. Just did different things, and it finally came back, and that was one of them.
Don't tell me you talked to the Snap AI.
I have a girlfriend and everything.
Oh my god. But no, so
Yeah. Go ahead.
your character.
Yeah.
It seemed like once everything fell apart, you were
He
going,
fell apart. Yeah, he fell apart in the
he
moment.
fell apart, but you were also going with the I may be the bratty younger brother.
Ooh.
Well, I think in the moment I came
And
off
it was
that
funny.
way,
I
but
loved it.
yeah.
Because to be honest, like metagaming aside, it's nice for a character to start off one place and end up someplace else.
But he really does believe that he deserves that spot. Like he really does believe it. Like that is part of it also. But in that moment, him failing like that in front of his brother so epically like that, yeah, it just kind of made him be like, "This is bullshit." Like fuck you, dude. Like, God damn it.
Because it was just the confidence was there, Josh.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he got defeated and defeated. And it was just like, you know what, fuck you, man. Like,
Yeah.
nah, like I'm good.
You sound like Crispin Cole.
Well, okay, so here's like again, he wanted to prove himself. That was the whole point of this trip of his. So I had to play with that somehow. Like I had to figure out how like he would handle that loss right then and there, like on the spot. He's obviously a rich kid, so he's gonna be a child about it. Like he doesn't have any like real like upbringing. And his parents didn't care about him because he wasn't like the good son. He wasn't the prodigy son.
So
He
you're
was the
telling me this
forgotten
is the story
son.
of Scar.
Sort of in a way. I mean, there's a lot of different influences on it, but yeah, I mean, it's there. It's definitely there. I have ideas. I'm going through ideas when I'm doing it. It's not. I'm not. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, no, honestly, no judgment, no. I just was curious on if that was something you were going with.
It wasn't planned. I will say that it wasn't planned. It just kind of happened in the moment.
Wow.
But, huh?
I was just saying, wow.
Well, no, because like I said, when I lost, I was defeated, and like the character was defeated, but I was defeated. So I was like, God damn it! Like, this is my first time. I'm not gonna. It's gonna suck. I was like, it's gonna really suck for my character.
I did hate. It was like my character just got a natural 20. My first like real dice rolls of this game, like this session, and then pan over. Next thing that happens is Don's rolling his dice, and he's just getting absolutely
Destroyed.
rocked.
Yeah. Again, though, like I said, though, it wasn't like I thought it was great. Everything that happened, I had no issue with. Like I thought everything was fine. Even me losing to him, like I said, it was just in that moment I was like, how can I make this like work? Since he's lost to him.
Yeah.
And like I said, I also thought that we were in the middle of the tournament. So I thought I was actually playing I thought I was playing in the tournament. So I don't know what was I supposed to do there? I guess that'd be my question too, is what was I supposed to do?
Pay attention, one.
Well, that's fair. That's a fair.
It's a fair assessment.
But also, like, so he was asking you in that moment, your brother was up for his part of the tournament. Like, he was going first in the competition. He was asking if you wanted to do anything to potentially sabotage him.
What could I have done there, though? Like, what would have been a good thing to like? I'm curious. I'm just curious. Like, what
Betray
would
him.
have been?
I mean, like, there could have been. What was your?
Could I have kicked him as I walked by? You guys, he was shooting an arrow, just kick him.
I mean, you could have, but that would have been just like a dick move. You could have done like I'm trying to think of what because it's all about what Voltarian would have done to try and distract his brother. Maybe go up behind him and say something.
So okay, what if I would have done this instead? What if I would have went somewhere where nobody could see me, and as he shot his arrow, I shot his arrow out of the sky?
Yeah, you could have used your agility to get some high place up in one of the rafters.
Oh, see, that would have been fun then.
What's the skills list? Like the agility,
skills of-
speed, strength. Like what's all
So
the attributes?
it all depends on
Yeah.
if you have an ability that helps your agility or skill or
Like I have elven agility. I have elven agility, which is basically like I can like run around and run up things and
so yeah, and my character doesn't have any agility, so I wouldn't get any. I would just basically get a natural dice roll, and whatever I get, if I pass, I pass. If
which
I don't.
I will say this to you right now also going forward, if you could help me out at any time, like when we're in the middle of something, like if you want to set me up where you're like, hey, go up around here and because okay, so here's what I'm thinking is going to happen at some point. At some point, we're going to get ambushed or something, and I'm going to have to go up on like a mountain and shoot down into the people.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to know when that's going to happen.
I can't tell you when that's gonna happen,
So
and like in the moment, I can't promise you I'm gonna be like,
be like,
all right,
go
I'm
up
gonna
top of the
remember to
mountain,
tell
go up in the
Bulgarian
mountain,
to go upstairs, up
go
there.
in the
No,
mountain,
fuck you! I need you down here getting fucking
climb the
shooting arrows,
mountain.
bitch. That's another thing too. I probably will never tell you to separate because
Okay,
in my eyes, separation is where people die.
Mm-hmm.
no, that's fair.
Every horror movie ever made will tell you that.
That's
Separation is where people die. You got to stick together as a party.
That's fair. I will agree with that.
But
The Jungle Book in 1994 will tell you that.
I mean, Josh, you just heard his first D&D session. What do you think?
It was fun though. It was so much
I have
fun.
to be in it. I have so many ideas. It's ridiculous.
We can pick him up on the street as like off the like
Oh,
not
100%.
off the
There's so
street,
many-
but you know what I mean. Like
There's so
on our
many
travel.
different ways that like I got introduced. The very first session like that I was introduced to, it was a campaign that was already going on, and they introduced me. Like he had me set up, and they kind of like stumbled upon me, or I was doing this, and I like. Tom has a way of merging paths and story together so well; it's amazing.
So you gotta be like you gotta be in one of the towns we're gonna be in soon. You should be like a random blue knight, or yeah, just be a random.
His
blue
name
knight.
is Barandir.
Barander.
Yes,
Barandir.
and he is the true king of the Lycans, king of the werewolves, but an outsider who no one knew about.
All right. My new character is Blade. I'm killing all the vampires and Lycans in this goddamn world. Killing everybody. Screw all you guys.
I'm the greatest werewolf of all time.
I'm just
And
gonna
then
be
at
Blade.
the end, Voltarian loves and truly appreciates the Lycans.
Yes. By the end, I have
But-
some as my pets.
Any other questions, guys?
No, man. No.
Yes.
I'm super excited for next week's episode, or not episode, but
Yes, by the time this comes out, we'll be already playing the other one.
yeah,
But
for sure.
it is very interesting to see where this campaign is going to go.
Yeah.
Already, it's off to an amazing start.
I
And
agree.
I'm hoping we get to see, the King of the Lycan soon.
King of the Lycans, bring them in. I like it.
Guys, I mean, this has been another great episode.
I think so.
Josh, tell the people where they might be able to find you in this multiverse.
There are many places, many doors to open. What you can find me hiding behind? Well, there's TikTok, Chef Midnight 483, Twitter, The Outlawed Mime, Instagram, Midnight Cinema 41, my channel, The Midnight Cinema. You can find me here at Multiverse of Geekdom, in the most random of places. I'm everywhere, probably somewhere
Multiverse.
feeding the ducks. You can also find me in the Sons of Anarchy Facebook group, and and SOA Minds Addicts Facebook group as well. I am,
Feeding the ducks.
yes, I am. Let's get quacking.
John, Voltarian Windwalker.
Yeah,
Tell people where they can find you.
and messing around. No, you guys can find me here on the channel, pretty much on everything right now. You guys can find me on Twitter at Jedi Master Tuck. Also, look for me in the Facebook groups, Benverse, everywhere, guys. I'm having so much fun doing this stuff.
Guys, and you can find me here, Gaming in the Multiverse, on Jedi Academy. You can find me on some old episodes of Titans of the Turf, and keep in tune for the season 2. We are starting to work on that and get it underway.
The high elves are
I
coming.
was happy about that. Denzel is a frequent viewer of Titans, and he definitely loves to come by and see what's up.
Absolutely.
But guys, if you're not liked and subscribed to this channel already, what are you fucking doing?
If you're not liked and subscribed to this channel, face the wrath of.
Put them up, put them up, put them up.
You're not cool. You're just not. You're not cool. You're not going to be cool. You never will be cool until you hit the like subscribe button. That's all I'm going to say.
Even your mother knows you're not cool unless you hit that button.
Without a doubt.
Your mom's like us though.
Your father wouldn't have let you leave his sack if you were not subscribed to this channel. You should be.
You heard it here first, folks.
Your mother should have swallowed you.
Guys, another great episode of Gaming in the Multiverse. This has been an amazing one. Have a great night.
Ciao.
High elves are coming.
The high elves?
High
That
elves.
is the Lycan King. Look at this, guys.
La 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 la.
Hi, guys. You have a great night.